welcome back to my channel, Introverts Anonymous, where I am an introvert, and as you know, I do prefer to remain anonymous. So today, this video is more for people that are very, very new to diamond painting. I'm about to start a kit right here, so you can kind of get an idea of what exactly my process. This is also for people that maybe have like limited space, because this is not my usual spot and I'm just making do at the moment. And I'm sorry if the video is a little bit dark because it is like 10 in the night and again working with limited lighting, but just a little couple tips for people that are, you know, newer to the craft. This kit here, it is, I think it's what is this, a 45 by 60. Let me show you that over here. Can you see it? Well, that's the little girly right there. It's a 45 by 60. And I'm going to show you how to work with a canvas like this with limited space. So my table is roughly yay big. I don't know if you can see my finger. My table is probably about 15 inches, what you call that, wide by however long. But as I said, limited space. So the kit comes with everything you need. You have your drills. This one luckily comes with them already in the Ziploc bag, which works perfectly fine for me because I don't mind it. They come with your regular little skinny drill pins like this, for instance. And, you know, some of them come with stuff like extra baggies. All of them come with, well, most of them now come with this little thingy here. Your wax pad, of course. Please remember to peel back. There you go. So, yeah. Let's get started. For me, and also, too, they do usually come with the little tiny green bolts. Some of them have upgraded now to like the white bolts. But that basically is everything you need for diamond painting. For me, I add a couple extra things like these. I add these, and I'll let you know why. And for the ones that do not come with Ziploc bags already, I also add these little dot thingies. Okay, so let's say you also have a kit that has a lot of colors and your storage, you know, you're going to do like your, what they call these, the DMC numbers on the side. I don't really worry about this. I look at this 1 through whatever number your kit ends at. Basically, that's what I look at. So the first thing you do is, if you want to, you can use a pool noodle. I do not. I start from the top right-hand corner and I work across from, sorry, the top left-hand corner. I work across and then down, across and down, and so forth and so fifth and so sixth. But anyways, let's continue. I don't want this video to get too long. So usually when you get your kit, some of them you have to roll them the opposite direction like so to kind of get it, you know, let me show you what I mean. To try to flatten it out, you kind of roll it up a little bit. It's not such a big deal with a canvas like this. But sorry about the arms. Let's get all the arms out the way. Anyways, let's continue. I roll from the bottom up like so. You could also roll it on a pool noodle if you choose to. And I roll it to where I have a comfortable space to work on my picture with. Okay, once it is rolled up like this, let me back out the camera a little bit so you can kind of see. So once I have it rolled up to, you know, a comfortable working space for myself, if you don't have a poodle noodle, you could use a binder clip, you could use a paper clip or anything like that. Shoot, you could use a piece of wire and tie it up. But anyways, I take it from the edge here and do it like so. And then over the other side, I do it like so. Sorry. There we go. All right, and I do apologize for the nails. I've been doing a lot better with them. I am a super nail biter, and I finally got my nails to grow, and then I kind of, well, you can see the problem right there. But anyways, let's continue. All right, so, and also to you know, a pen to write on here. So if you're kitting up, you could just do from 1 to whatever number. And yes, I'm a dumpster fire. Welcome to my life. 1 to whatever number. I don't worry about the symbols. I don't worry about the DMC codes, whatever. I just do 1 to whatever. And then for the next kit, once I'm done, I move on to the next one. I no longer have to put 1 to whatever because shit is already there. Oops, sorry, potty mouth. Okay. So for me, in order to work from a, you know, a straight edge, this is what I do. So I peel it back a little bit like so. I'm gonna zoom you in now. Hopefully that's not too zoomed in. So I use a old debit card, credit card, whatever the hell. And I try to find the edge right here. I line it up right against the line, the border. And then I do the same for the other one. Okay, let's see. Right here, you can see like a tiny little gap right up in there. I'm going to try and line it up some more. And then with these, I also move them across and down as I go along the painting to kind of keep that edge straight. All right, so let's try this one again. I'm not feeling looking at this from the top. I want this one. Sorry. My brain just works differently. All right, so let's try this again. And you also don't want to push it too far down because then you don't want to get your drills all jumbled up. All right, let me try and line these back up again. And you can see right here, you can't even see the line, so it's like too far down. So let me reposition. Okay. All right, that looks good. And then for me, I don't kit up. I just dive right in. So I do have a few extras, but like I said, the kit comes with everything you need. I just have things that I prefer. And this one I'm trying out for the first time. I got it from Hobby Lobby. I live in the South, so let me go ahead and start that while I do this. Hold on. Okay, like I said, the kit comes with everything that you need. So I do have a couple of extras for myself. As you can see, my hand is, yeah. But I have this pen. This one works for me because it's lightweight and it's ergonomic. So that's what works for me. Everybody's hand is different, but this is just me. I don't like pens that are too heavy. So there's that. I'm trying out a different type of putty because I live in the South. It is extremely hot. Let me reposition it. Yeah, I live in the South and it's very hot and very humid. Like it's so humid that when you go outside, you literally can't even breathe sometimes. It's that bad. And I'm from a different country that's a hot country, but this is a different level of heat here, okay? Just saying. All right, so I'm trying to get out all this old putty out of there. I had the blue tack in there from Dollar Tree, and it just wasn't doing its thing anymore. So I tried something else. I tried my, what is this one called? I can't even remember what it is, but one of the mounting tack putty things, and that wasn't working either. But anyways, let's move on and try this one out. So I just ripped off a little piece off of it, off of here, and I'm gonna just give it a shot. Hopefully it works. Okay. I usually, you know, do it twice. So you just push it down and kind of rip it off, and then I kind of jab it in there, and I go back a second time and do that again. And then get up all the loose gummy stuff off of there. And hopefully it works. Once you get the drills to it, then you can, you know, truly see if you need to add more putty or take some off or whatever. But yeah. But anyways, let's get started. Okay. All right. So our first drill is going to be whatever that is, 0, whatever. I can't tell. So let's go ahead and find that on our canvas. All right, and here it is. It is 807. It is the, what do they call this? the DMC number 807, but let me just double check and make sure there's not another O or 0 or whatever it is on here, because sometimes they do stuff like that. But all right, so 807, and let me go and find that. Okay. Hopefully the camera isn't too, far off and centered enough. So I found 807, which is drill number 13. So let's go. Let's dive in. I also do, prefer these type of trays. This is just what I started out with early. And back in the day when I started diamond painting, this pen was $20. Okay, let that sink in. So you just kind of shake it. Well, I shake it and I do a little tap, tap, tap. All right. And I just peel it off and dive right in, but that's just me. I also do like my 4-placer. As you can see, she is very well loved. All right, let's get into it. And also too, sometimes, I try to look at the drills and see if there are any dimples or dips on the top, because that's irritating to me. I don't know about other people, but that's just me. I'm special. All right. And then I do a little tap, tap, tap to get them all together. I think I see one right here, so let me go get that. Let me see if I can pull them out. Oh, maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. Never mind. I guess not. All right, so you can start out with your multi-placing. That's just me. So how I do it is I slide up from the bottom like that. I jab it down, and then I kind of push it to the side to make sure that they're all lined up, and then I just place them down just like that. You do have to be more careful with it when you're just starting out, because you do want them to be straight. Yeah, basically. But that's just me. I just do it that way. All right, let me back you out a little bit. Okay. And also for me, as you can see, I still keep the plastic cover on. I haven't really tried the ones that you can like rip away the plastic sheeting. The thing with the paper thing is not for me, because I'm fine with this on there. Because when I'm done diamond painting, I could just roll it back up, done. I don't have to worry about no dirt getting on it. I do have a new puppy. My son also has a cat, but they haven't seen me diamond painting yet, so I can't say for them. But also your 4-placer, you could just use it to do as many or as little as you want. You could see right here the spacing is a little bit of gapping in there. From this company, I usually don't have a lot of gapping, but it's important to basically start it out right. So you do want to make sure that they are, placed properly. So now let's give this little putty a chance and see what it sounds like, because this one is the old one. Let's see. And I also have a concession of having a bent tip, because that helps my hand as well. But that's basically you starting out, my dears. Hopefully it's helpful to you. And I tend to start off a lot more slowly. I'm not the world's fastest diamond painter. And yes, I've been gone a while. I haven't worked on a diamond painting kit in like a little over a year. So this is me kind of jumping back into it. Yeah. And also too, like if you don't have a straightening tool to like use like this one here, because again, like I said, I have to start it out good. I know my hand is over it, but yeah. If you don't have one of these, you could easily use your card or a regular ruler or anything with a straight edge that is not going to rip on here, and just do that. I recommend the card though, but I mean, that's just me. You don't need to start out with anything fancy. You could start out with exactly what comes in the kits. And also too, I'm not the DP police. You understand me? If anybody has anything to say about where you purchase your kits from, licensed, unlicensed, or otherwise, hey, that's you. But if you're not paying for the kits that said person is working on, then I said what I said. Yeah. Okay, so that is just for the new DPers. And also too, like if you don't have like storage for your drills, because a lot of drills come in the little train. Let me see if I could find one to show you real quick. Here's an example of the train. So this is a special drill one. This is what we call the train, where they're all joined together. So in this case, what you can do is you have two options. You can get these little things from Dollar Tree. My bad, $1.25 Tree. Sorry about that. And again, I just label them on here, like with this, and 1 through whatever number. And you could use that. Or another option is those same little Ziploc baggies. You can get them from your craft store. I think these are like a 2 by 1 inch. Yeah, something like that. You could get these for like $1.50 or something, for maybe like 100 of them if they have them on sale. Usually they're like $2 to $4 roughly, but yeah. So, you could do that and just same label and you're done. So that's just, my little thing that I do. I don't really have a lot of fancy dedicated, well, I could show you what I do. Let me go grab that one for you too. Oh, let me show you what this one was. So this is a special drill. It is all crystal. Sorry about the crinkle crackle. I think I got it from Temu. Let me take it out. There you go. So that is it. It's a little haunted store, candy shop. Yeah. And then it comes on it has a stand as well. But I'll show you also too what I use for my storage. All right, so this is what I use. Here we go. So this is the other kit that I left from over a year ago. This is a pumpkin herder by what's her name? Cheryl Baker from Diamond Art Club. Yeah. And this is the storage I use right here. I'm going to turn it around so you can see it the other way. Sorry. These, I got them from either Michael's, I think, and I paid like $2.50 for it, something like that. And then you can see my little Dollar Tree containers right here. So let me come out a little bit further so you can see that. I'm sorry, but the lighting ain't the best, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. Okie dokes. So all I do is, in this case, since it did come with the stickers, I just use the stickers on it. And also too, for these, you can put a little bit of washi tape on there because that will kind of eliminate some of the residue. But every time I complete a diamond painting using these, I go in with a little alcohol wipe or hand sanitizer or anything like that and get this sticky stuff off, so I can then move on to the next diamond painting, unless I've done them like this, where I label them from 1 to whatever number. Then I don't have to worry about that at all. I just keep it rolling. But that's just my little cheap storage for my diamond paintings. That's just what I do. You don't have to do any of this. Again, when you're first starting out, shoot, the first kit that I did, what I actually did was, so the very first kit I did, what I did do was literally the one that it came on a train. So I actually just taped the bags shut. That's all I did. Once you've started into the diamond painting world, you kind of start getting like a lot more trays and stuff like that. So once you accumulate a few trays, this is what I do for confetti areas. Some people like to work at one color at a time. It's not a big deal to me. to work on several colors at once. And this is what I'm talking about. You see how they wouldn't come off of here? That is not a fault of anything. It's just the environment I live in. So the type of putty or wax or whatever you use, it's going to be determined by where you live. If you live somewhere that's pretty cold and not very moist like where I live, then guess what? You could basically get away with anything. For me, good luck. All right, so now let's say you're working on a heavily confetti area. This is what I do. Let me grab another color. I think I will go with this one here, the arrows. So let's see, or triangle, blue triangle. All right, that is going to be number 12. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to pour out a couple of them here, and then I'm just going to get them shakified down. I'm not going to pour out too much. I just want you to kind of have an idea of what I do. So, whoop, they're not shaking, sorry. And I do a little tap, tap, tap to kind of get them together. Okay, so when I'm working with multiple colors, I just do this. That's basically what I do. And then go on to the next color and the next and the next and the next. So here we go. And as you can hear, I'm a very hard presser. So yeah, that's me. And I'm also a very slow diamond painter, but guess what? This is not a race. This is not a marathon. We're just doing this for our own enjoyment, correct? Okay. Oh, we got a little tail piece on here. Let's tuck them back in. But yeah, so working on multiple colors, that's basically what I do. And since this is a new diamond painting I'm starting, I'm more likely to go in and kind of fix because I want it to start out straight. So that's the most important part, is to start it out straight. Again, you don't need a straightening tool. You could just use a card, or if you have like a plastic ruler, like, do I have one? Something like this. Nah, this is too thick. So a card might be better. Sorry. This is a little too thick for the spacing, but yeah. You just want something that is straight and that will not stick on your canvas and leave any kind of residue. So that's basically what you're looking for. And by the time you get to about 3/4 of the way across, there will be less straightening needed. And then when you come down again, the next row, again, there's going to be less needed as you go through. Yes, you're going to do a little bit here and there, but not as much as when you're first starting. So here we go. And I did pick out this canvas today because I need something with some light colors, some happy colors in it, because my brain just needs some light right now, okay? That's it. All right, and then once I'm going back to the next color or another color, I do this, take a route, and on to the next one. Let's see. So hopefully this kind of helped you newer diamond painters out there. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. And for all my old school people, I know I've been gone a long time, but you know, life has been lifing. I do have another video. I'm not sure if I'm going to post that one first or not. But yeah. And at some point, I'll kind of let you guys know what's going on. But yeah, it's been a year. Let's just say that 2025 and 2026. I don't know what happened with them too. I don't know what I did to them, but they just been doing their thing. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me on Introverts Anonymous, where yes, I am an introvert and I'm trying to be a little bit less anonymous. Thank you for joining me. Bye. And don't forget to like, comment, let me know what you think. Bye.